it's Renee, and I am live talking to you about stress and what triggers your stress. This is a 5-part series. Actually, it's a series that I'm doing. So go back on my page and check out some of the other videos that I did talking about stress. I started out talking about what stress is and how it affects your body. And yesterday I was talking about, not yesterday, 2 days ago, I was talking more about stress and the things that happen with stress. And today I'm going to be talking about stress triggers. I'm Renee Hansen. I am a wife, a mom to 3 kids with very busy, full throttle schedules. I work full time outside the house, and I have very limited time to myself. I am an entrepreneur, and today I am home and I'm laughing that today I'm even talking about stress because I think I shared with you all a couple of days ago on Sunday, I shared that our basement had water in it. And today, as you can see, I am working from home and I'm on my lunch hour right now. And I'm home because we have a sick child. And those are some things that trigger stress, right? In fact, as I'm talking to you about this, I have numerous things that I need to be doing for work. I have a very long priority list of to-do list at home. And I wanted to talk to you guys about stress triggers. And by all means, I am not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist to tell you about how stress affects your body and what you should do. This is just a personal situation that I am going through, and I've done some research, and I'm very interested in sharing this information with you all. So these are some of the triggers that I came up with. Now I'm sure there are multitude of stress triggers, but these are the ones that I happen to be going through personally right now, and I also believe that I have added some additional of these that I think people do stress about that seem to be very common stress triggers. The first one would be time. We are all stressed over time, getting out the door on time, getting to an event on time, getting to work on time, meetings. We're under a lot of time pressure, and stress relates to pressure and tension on your body. And so time is a trigger. If you want to get someplace on time, some people, it just doesn't matter to them if they are there on time. They can be very relaxed about it. But time can be a very serious stress trigger. I mean, think about it. In the morning, when you're trying to get all the kids out the door on time and make sure their hair is brushed, they have all of their items that they need for school, their lunches, maybe they need to have practice uniforms, equipment before they get out the door. It's crazy. Just getting out the door in the morning is stress, and it's a time stress trigger. So time is one of the triggers that can create stress. Another trigger would be an overwhelming to-do list. And I know your list is long. You have a lot of things that you need to get done in a day, in a week, in a month to just accomplish. And it can be so incredibly overwhelming that it creates pressure and tension on our bodies, on our mind, on all of the things that we have to get done that if you prioritize, that might help you with this overwhelming to-do list. Money can be another stress trigger. And a lot of times people are trying to redecorate a home, or in our case, we have water in the basement and you're worried about how you're going to either fix a problem that you have, or building a house and figuring out how that is going to fit into your financial situation. So money can create stress. And with the holidays coming up, and money can be extremely stressful trigger. Another one would be social conflict. And I think we all deal with different social conflicts in our life. That can be with family, it can be at work, it can be in social situations. And if you are experiencing a social conflict with another person or a group of people, it can be incredibly draining and stressful on your life. And it's very difficult to get past that. And I'll tell you a couple stories with each of these triggers. Another trigger would be upholding expectations. We all have these expectations of ourselves, of how we want to be perceived by others. And it's kind of a made up thing. It's made up in your head. You're making up your own stress. But you're wanting to uphold an expectation, whether you are a perfectionist or you always like to be on time. And you're creating a stress that is made up, but it's an expectation that you want to withhold and uphold within yourself. So that is a stress trigger as well. Being unorganized. It can just be a stress trigger because you have so many things going on in your life and you have too much. If your environment is messy, if your home is messy, if things just aren't in order, it can be a stress trigger. And the last one is illness. If people are sick, look back, think back, to when your kids were babies and they would get a fever and you're trying to balance work and the family and you have meetings that you have to cancel, or it could be a more serious illness in the family. It just is another stress trigger. So these are some of the stress triggers that maybe you can relate to that trigger your stress levels, which means it's elevating your cortisol and your adrenaline within your body, those chemicals, and that's creating a rapid heart rate, high blood pressure, rapid breathing, muscle tension, and you're just not living a peaceful life. You are stressed. And the reason why I said at the beginning of this that I laugh is because our basement is a mess right now and our house is out of order. So a stress trigger would be unorganization. My husband's office is in our dining room right now. We're just out of sorts. There are things out of place within our house. We're just unorganized right now. And that environment feels off. It just feels off. Have you ever had that when the littlest things, like somebody moved your car seat? Like your car seat is not in the same position you normally have it, and you get in and it just feels off, right? You immediately have to change it back because there's no way you could drive your car with the car seat in a different position. That's how we are living right now. We're like living out of our sorts. And it just creates stress. I said illness. This morning I woke up to our oldest daughter having severely swollen eyes. I have meetings at work. Josh is gone, so that's why I'm here working at home to make sure I can get her into the doctors on time so she can be seen rapidly. Does that create stress? Hell yes, it does. I have to cancel appointments. I'm on the phone while I'm also trying to call doctors, making sure she is comfortable and okay. That is a trigger. Time and upholding expectations are something else. I like to walk out the door looking presentable. It's a made up expectation of myself. I don't have to walk out the door with makeup and an outfit on. My hair does not have to be done. But it's an expectation that I've made for myself that I like to look put together and presentable before I walk outside the door. And that creates a time crunch for me and my family because I'm racing to get ready. So therefore, we're all under stress. And then there are little outbursts and just things happen within the family where when you're stressed, you get the tension. Like I say, I get tension in my neck, the muscle tightness, the rapid breathing, the short outbursts. All of these things trigger stress. And I just wondering what triggers your stress. I would love if you would share below what your stress triggers are. Maybe they're all of them. Maybe you're living it right now. I think stress happens to us every day and it's how we deal with it. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about how to deal with stress and what are some of the tips that you can utilize to handle these stress triggers that happen to you in your daily life. So I would love if you would tell me below what your stress triggers are. Just comment below one of the triggers. And the triggers again are time, overwhelming to-do list, money, social conflict, upholding expectations, being unorganized, and illness. So just comment below and tell me which one of those triggers relate to you or what triggers your stress. And you could just say all of them if you need to. So I'd love to hear that from you. I would also like to know if you are enjoying these videos, if they help you, if you watch them and listen to them, if you take any of the pieces of advice, and if you do, I would love to hear what that is. I want to make sure I'm sharing valuable information with you all. I don't want to just be going on here for the purpose of being live and sharing information. I have a lot of information in my head that I want to share with friends, family, people to get to know. I have a lot of information that I just want to get out there. It also helps me prepare myself at work for presentations, and I want to make sure that I'm giving you valuable information and I'm not just on here talking, chatting, and rambling. I would just want to be providing valuable input for you. So tell me what I can do for you. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you don't need. Tell me what you want help with. Tell me what I can provide more of. And I hope that these videos are helping you. Please comment below so I know that you're listening, or just even like the video as you are watching along, and tell me what those triggers are, and hopefully we can solve some of them for you when I do my next video on how to release some of your stress. Talk to you guys all later. Bye.